Ian Garry's out. He's no longer fighting at UFC 296. So this morning, funny thing, I woke up, had my coffee, and I was like, okay, let me wait for Embedded episode 3 to come out. By the way, I love UFC Embedded. I always watch it religiously. I don't miss an episode. You get to see so many small details. You get to find out new things. It says a lot. You can see how well somebody's prepared, what they say, what they're all about. I just love it. I recommend it. If you never watch Embedded, UFC Embedded on their YouTube channel, make sure to watch it. Episode 3 is out. Tomorrow, we're going to get episode 4. So I watched the first 2 episodes, and pretty much almost everybody was in the episodes aside from Ian Garry. Episode 3 came out this morning. No Ian Garry. I knew that something was fishy because there's only like 3 more. There's actually 3 more episodes, but we're already Wednesday. It's media day. No sign of Garry at all. Nothing on social media. And I know that before, actually, when he came to Vegas, he already expressed concern about the safety of his family, which to me is ridiculous. I mean, dude, you're going what you're going through on the internet, right? You're getting all this hate from us hardcore fans. You're a regular person on the street. Nobody knows about this, what's going on. And first of all, you didn't hurt anybody. Well, like, you didn't, you know what I mean? It's just, we're making fun of you. We actually try to help you out. You took it the wrong way, and in general, you know the whole story. I mean, I don't have to go over it all over again, but it's just ridiculous. Nobody gives a damn about your slutty wife or your kid, or, who cares? You're just a cuck. That's what we're saying as a community, with all due respect. But the thing is, he ran into Sean Strickland, right? He ran into Sean Strickland at the PI. I guess he forgot that Sean Strickland lives in Vegas. Maybe he was referring to for the safety of his family? Like what? Sean Strickland threatened his family or something? I mean, it's ridiculous. But anyways, so that came to my mind. I was like, okay, he's playing some games. They're going to still show him up. But it was fishy, right? The fact that there's no sign. Everybody else showed up. I'm talking even Shotgun Rockmano, Luque, Patrick Pimblett, Tony Ferguson, of course, Pantoja, Brandon Royale, and the main event, Colby and Leon. Everybody showed up. They had their time on the Embedded. Not 1 second, no sign of Ian Garry. So that was fishy. I was like, okay, I wanted to post this video. I wanted to film earlier. So I'm like, let's wait for the media. I know it's media day. They're going to have their interviews. Let's wait for the interviews. And I think it was scheduled around noon. No sign of him. I'm watching every single interview one by one. I want to catch some details, some new stuff, some new updates, something that I can post about. And nope, no sign. I'm reading Twitter, scrolling through Twitter. And all of a sudden, I see Jesse on fire. He posted on YouTube, he linked it, and he said that he heard rumors that not only is Ian Garry not showing up at Media Day and the press conference, he's not showing up to fight at all. The rumor is he's sick, as in he has the flu, and he went to the hospital. He swore on his kid. That's what I heard. I'm not trying to be, clickbait or anything. And I'm like, okay, well, it kind of, I'm adding 2 and 2 together. I watched the Embedded, like I said, no sign of him. And yeah, then Chael came out. And he pretty much confirmed. He didn't cite his source, but he said it came from his camp that he had flu along with his kid, which is a crucial information, right? You never joke about anybody's kids. And that he ended up in the hospital. So it was pretty much confirmed already, and then Dana White shortly after came out and confirmed, yes, it's off. He had flu, and not only had flu, now he has turned into pneumonia, and he's at the hospital. So that's the status with Ian Garry. So yeah, we're all bummed out. We were all looking forward to this conference. I get it. We wanted to see him taste his own medicine, right there with Colby. Colby was ready. Colby already started mentioning him. Have a seat in the corner, just like Ian Garry does. I mean, all the references were there. We were all excited. But I argue that maybe this is for the best. Why? Because maybe, just maybe, he ends up on the pay-per-view at 297 if he recovers. I don't know how severe it will be, but if he recovers fast enough, it might be a fast turnaround, he gets the fight on 297. And we all know who's fighting on 297. Let me remind you that Mr. Sean Strickland will be on that card. Now, I understand that, yeah, this would have been cool with Colby, but let's face it. He's fighting Vicente Luque and not Colby, right? As in Colby's words, he's not really on his crosshair. Sure, he would have thrown it out there. It would have been funny. But other than Colby, who would have give anything, say anything bad about Ian Garry? Tony Ferguson, Paddy Pimblett, they got their own thing going. They don't give a damn. Leon Edwards doesn't care. He has a little bit of history with Ian Garry, but he's not the type of guy that's going to bring it up. Vicente Luque is a gentleman. I mean, he actually defended him. He's like, oh, if you're concerned about your family, you didn't show up. I understand. So he's, he had a walk in the park. Other than Colby, this would have been a walk in the park for him. Of course, he would have got the reception that he would have had at the arena. But as far as the conference goes, maybe this is for the best. Maybe his next opponent will give him the best treatment, And on top of that, he might have Sean Strickland in there. I hope that happens. I think that's even better because they have their own thing going, their own beef going on, and that could also build a future potential fight. But anyways, now that he's gone, what do? Chael Sonnen proposed that a crazy idea, which doesn't sound that crazy actually when you put it out, that Vicente Luque, not him fighting Bilal Muhammad, but they could do a switch up, just like when Chimaev missed weight. To make the card, but you know what? The card is still good. Even without Ian Garry, it's still a really good card, even without that fight. You still have, let me remind you, you have Josh Emmett versus Bryce Mitchell as a featured prelim. They can easily bump that up to the main card. On any pay-per-view, that can be a main event card. So that could be easily the fight they can just push 30 minutes later after their original schedule. But Chael's idea is pretty interesting. I'm not going to lie. So you would have Bilal Muhammad, who's already stepping on the scale. He's going to be ready. Assuming these two guys are ready. I mean, we already know they're ready. It's happening. That fight is happening. They're not injured. They don't have the flu. They're making weight for sure. So Bilal Muhammad can step in and not fight Vicente Luque, but he can fight Shavkat Rakhmonov and have Stephen Thompson fight Vicente Luque instead. That's a pretty damn good idea. I mean, Shavkat versus Bilal Muhammad is a great fight that we didn't expect, but it would make UFC 296 probably the best card of the year officially. Maybe now it's already is, but with this new adjustment, it would probably be the best card for sure. That would be a great fight to see. And you just promised Bilal, hey, you're gonna get your title shot, and if you're all about it, you should beat Shavkat. I know he's probably not gonna accept that. But hey, you know what? He's ready to weigh in and to fight 5 rounds. He can instead fight 3 rounds versus Shavkat, get more money. They can offer him more money. He can say yes or no. But if the UFC offers him a lot of money, that would be awesome. And they offer a lot of money to Stephen Thompson. Thank you, buddy, but let's fight Steve. And you're going to have an easier opponent than Vicente Luque, arguably. I know they didn't prepare for each other. It messes everything up, but it's possible. It's definitely possible. That would be interesting. But most likely the scenario will be where they will just bump Josh Emmett and to fight Bryce Mitchell on the main card. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I think that God knows why this is good for all parties involved. We might have a better scenario. Ian Garry might get a different opponent next time around, and he's got to get his own medicine served right on the platter. And imagine Sean Strickland on top of that on the same card, defending his belt. And he has somebody else there. He doesn't even have a real beef at all with, he doesn't have a beef with Dricus Duplessis. So that would be perfect. Put him on the January 20th card. I mean, we already have Rakic. That fight is canceled. January 20th needs a good fight. Ian Garry versus another welterweight. And on there, if he recovers from pneumonia, that would be freaking awesome. But let me know what you guys think in the comments section. And in the next one, I wanted to make a prediction video, but now this changed. I'm just going to wait a little bit longer. I'm going to make my prediction video tomorrow to see if there will be a new fight. And I will let you know about my predictions for the rest of the main card. I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe to Octagage MMA.